This video is produced by Walk In Weightloss, a nationally recognized weight loss service. For information about how you can benefit from our weight loss services, go to walkinweightloss.com. Hello, this is Randy Vaudry, nurse practitioner with Walk In Weightloss. The purpose of our training video today is to teach our patients how to log on to the software, load their favorite foods, so that our dietitians can write them very individualized eating plans. Step number one is to log on using your patient username and log on as given to you by your healthcare professional. At the top of your screen, you'll log on to the third link called Food Preferences. From this link, you'll see that there's 5 steps. In each step, you'll load your favorite foods for breakfast, lunch, dinner, some of your favorite snacks, and then you'll finalize your menus. As you can see from the list that's already been created, I've already been in and loaded some of my favorite foods, and now I'm going to add a couple of more. In my search engine, I'm going to type bread and bring up a list of bread items. I'll double click on that item and load it into my favorite foods. I'll also type in orange juice. And as I load that, you'll notice that the foods are separated into carbohydrates and proteins and fats. And we do that so that we can make sure that each patient gets an adequate amount of carbohydrates and fats for each one of their menus. My next step is I'm going to move on to the lunch menu. Before I load this, you can see that I've loaded apples, bananas, some bread, and a fast food hamburger, some of my favorite foods. And I've already loaded many of the proteins that I like to eat. So to keep this training session very brief, I'm only going to add a couple of more active carbohydrates into my food list. These carbohydrates would include tortillas, so that I can have a low-carb option as I make a sandwich or a taco, and a dinner salad that I often eat with many of my meals. Third step is I'm going to load my dinner, and you'll notice that under active carbohydrates I've already listed broccoli and rice, a little bit of pasta, but something significant about our program is we try to minimize the use of pastas late at night because it's an active carbohydrate. So by clicking the X, I'm going to delete that food item, which gives me an option to load more food items. I love cauliflower, and I love all of the fibrous vegetables. Wild rice is a little bit more glycemic, so I'm adding that food item in there. Now you'll notice as we add food items that the program only allows us to add up to 6 active carbohydrates or proteins with each meal. If you attempt to load an active carbohydrate and you already have 6 listed, the program will tap you out and say you can't add any more foods than 6 proteins or 6 carbs. Now that I've finished that step, I'm on to loading my favorite snacks. I've done this prior, so you can see that some of my favorite snacks include yogurt, cottage cheese, nuts, and beef jerky. I'm going to add one more. I'm a protein drink fan, so I'm going to pick some Muscle Mass protein drink that I can purchase at the local grocery store in town. And now I'm going to finalize my menu. As I finalize this menu, this gives me a chance to tell the dietitians who are going to write my eating plans a little bit more insight about me. Because I like to eat lower carb at night, I typically like Fresca and Crystal Light as drinks that I have at dinner time. I love cottage cheese and peanut butter and could eat that at every meal. And this is also the time you want to tell the dietitians about any food intolerances that you might have, like lactose intolerance or any food allergies. Particularly for me, I get kind of an upset stomach when I eat a lot of artichokes. Now that I have finished this loading my food preference, I'll click on the Finish tab, which takes me to a screen that says, now that I've loaded my food preferences, if there's anything I want to modify, I would click No and go back into any one of the meals and modify my food preferences. Or by clicking Yes, it sends notification to our dietitian that your food preferences have been loaded and they're ready to write your eating plan. This concludes your training on how to load food preferences. Welcome to the Walk In Weight Loss System, and best of wishes in your search for optimal health and weight loss. Are you tired of yo-yo dieting? Are you looking for a weight loss solution that's permanent, one that meets your individual needs? If so, go to walkinweightloss.com or ask your physician about starting a walk-in weight loss program today.